Last year, I took my short film, The First Time I Never Met You, onto the film festival circuit. We got into a few festivals, got a handful of screenings out of it, and whilst out there, I was making an effort to regularly post about it in the hopes to get people interested in watching the film when it finally goes online. Our first teaser got around 6,000 views, which looked really promising relative to the amount of followers that I had at the time. And then eventually the film went up online, and in its first entire month got 1,600 views. Now, I am really grateful for the people that did watch the film, thank you, but that is still less than a third of what our teaser got. So in this video, I want to talk about how a lengthy film festival run could have a negative impact on your short film's ability to reach a bigger audience once it goes online. And the one thing that I believe you can do early on in your project's life to maximize the outcome of your short film being out in the world. But first, let's take a look at a typical short film journey after the film has been completed. The short film gets submitted to film festivals. You wait to hear back from festivals as to whether the short got selected or not. If and when the short gets selected, it goes on to screen at the festivals that selected it. And once the film has gotten into all the film festivals that it can, or once there is no more money to submit it to festivals, it goes online so that the rest of the world can watch the short film. However, by doing a film festival run and by submitting your film to festivals, you're essentially working on their time. And each festival has got their own timeline and their own schedule, which might not be the best for your own short film's online release strategy. Let me explain. Let's say hypothetically that you've made a short film and you've submitted it to 50 film festivals, including some of the biggest ones. Let's say Berlin, Cannes, Tribeca, and Toronto. Now, these bigger film festivals will either require or heavily prefer some sort of premiere status for your short film, which means that putting it online too soon will either disqualify your short or make it really unattractive to these film festivals. So you wait. Now, again, hypothetically, let's say that the short film gets selected by the Berlin International Film Festival, which takes place in February. As the festival starts to promote their event and their program, they will include your short film in one of their public communications, whether it's in one of their press releases or they include a clip of your short film in their festival trailer, or even share your full trailer or a synopsis or your poster. If you hadn't made it public that your film has been completed or that it even exists, that first film festival selection will have now done that. So let's say in the lead up to the event, let's say January, the Berlin Film Festival shares the trailer and the poster to your short film on their social media. As you'd expect, it increases the interest and awareness around your short film, and people are potentially excited about it. But for now, the only people that get to watch the film are the people that will be attending the festival in February. The rest of your now wider audience cannot watch the film just yet, but it's fine. They're excited, probably even more now that you get to post photos from the festival, videos and reels about your time there. They're excited for now. Because don't forget, we're still waiting to hear back from Cannes, from Tribeca, from TIFF, and from the other 46 film festivals that we submitted the film to. So again, we wait. Now let's say that your film gets into TIFF, which is the last festival on our list that requires a premiere status. Now TIFF ends in September, so you'd essentially be able to put your film online in mid to late September. But that is 8 months away from that sweet perfect window earlier in January where everyone who had been exposed to posts or content about your short film was excited and hyped about it. And a lot has happened since then. Just think about all the filmy things that have grabbed people's attention in the last 8 months. Deadpool and Wolverine, Moana 2, Inside Out 2, Wicked, Agatha All Along, The Penguin, the award season, all the nominations, and all the viral social media videos videos and trends that have come along. My point here is there is always something new coming out that overshadows the previous thing that we were excited about. With all that time between the film's existence being made public and the end of the film's festival journey, that's a lot of time for people's excitement to just fade away. And if you are going to release your short film online, you want to make the most of that excitement whilst it's there and whilst it's at its highest. And a lengthy festival run during which you have to maintain different types of premiere statuses will simply get in the way of that. Also, before I carry on, just a couple disclaimers. For these complications that I am describing, there will be some exceptions. For instance, a short film that gets into a lot of those bigger film festivals and goes on to be nominated or even win at the BAFTA or Academy Awards. I will come back to those awards a little bit later. A short that can afford PR services and receives extensive press coverage, or a short that stars a big name actor or actors in it. Those short films are some of the exceptions where a lengthy festival run will not affect the film's life online. Also, my hypothetical situation is a best case scenario in which the gap between the start of any promotional effort for the film and its online release date is the shortest. In many cases, us short filmmakers will begin promoting our project way earlier, which only increases that gap. And I am using bigger film festivals here as a reference. Plenty short films will have very successful festival runs without ever getting into a single one of those really big festivals. But that extended wait that your audience will have to go through will happen whether you get into renowned film festivals or not. So what could you do? You could submit your film to a single film festival, and after you've been selected, screened, and you've hopefully made the most of the opportunity to build up excitement for your short, release it online. But there is the possibility that you might not get into that specific film festival. So I guess you could submit to several film festivals, wait until your short film gets into a really big one, put your film online after that big film festival, and willingly disqualify yourself from all the others. But since submissions are not free, you would be essentially throwing a lot of money away, and generally short filmmakers do not have a lot of money to throw away. And then the what ifs creep in. What if the film gets into another big film festival down the line? But if this other film festival is not due to get back to you for another 4 months, should you wait? And if you do, what if you don't get selected by that festival? And what if you get into a couple of smaller but well-respected film festivals that happen to be BAFTA and or Oscar qualifying? You could potentially get longlisted, maybe shortlisted, or even nominated. Because as I mentioned earlier, a BAFTA or an Oscar nomination or even a win will make your short film one of those exceptions where it receives more interest and attention after a festival run. But what if you don't even make it into one of those awards long list? You would have missed out on an earlier opportunity, or for a bigger opportunity that in the end you never got. So then what should you really do? I believe that the one thing that you can do to avoid this conundrum is to take some time to really think about what it is you want for your short film. Festival success or online success. Going for both may cause damage all around. And don't get me wrong, plenty of shorts still do both and get respectable results. But if your priority is to have your film available online for the world to see, then focusing your time, attention, and your money on that priority will most likely yield bigger and better results relative to if you released your film online after a lengthy run on the film festival circuit. Now, if if you, like me, have done both a festival run and an online release, I believe that there are still benefits to reap from the experience. For instance, the contacts you make along the way and the lessons you learn. And if it weren't for those lessons, I wouldn't have anything to say in these videos. And who knows, maybe these videos will provide my short film with new interest from a new audience. So if you are still watching this and are now curious about this sci-fi short film that I made called The First Time I Never Met You, you can watch it today. Just head over to the link in the description. Also, let me know in the comments if you found this video useful or not, and if you've already gone through the process of releasing your short film online, let me know how it went.